Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
Damn it, I keep doing that. I mute my fucking microphone, I forget. Hello, everybody. Welcome to WTF Nation Radio with the Jose's Taco Truck. This is KJ driving it around frantically because he's all excited because Rhodesia! Oh my god! With me, I have the amazing bearded Pookie. Hey, Pookie, how you doing? I'm getting my ODs ready. I'm getting my Ranger panties. I'm all excited. Rhodesia. All right. We're going to hop right into it from the BBC. Zimbabwe latest, Mugabe in crunch talks over his future. South African government ministers are in Harare for crisis talks with ousted President Robert Mugabe and military leaders who have seized control. They're trying to reach a deal on the future of Zimbabwe and the man who has led the country for 37 years, who is now under house arrest. Rhodesia is coming back, hopefully. I'm just sitting here going like, I got my FAL, I got my greens, I'm good, I'm ready, we gonna do this, we gonna have some fun. I'm stoked to go out into the bush. Man, oh God, I would love to go there. Love to have some fun. Because it was such a hopeful little country. And for it to get shot down and destroyed, because it didn't receive any support. I mean, literally a Spartan situation at Thermopylae of, hey, we're trying to do a good thing here, and we're trying to get a good thing going. And okay, yeah, it wasn't perfect. There were some things that were very bad. But trying to be a good country and developed country, and the rest of Africa pretty much says, we're just gonna fuck your world up. And now with continuing on with what's going on in Zimbabwe, sources are suggesting that Mr. Mugabe may be resisting pressure to step down, insisting he remains a legitimate president. Now, the African Union, the Guinean president, Alpha Condé, has also warned the African Union that it will in no case accept the military seizure of power. He said he was inviting the army to return to its barracks and return to constitutional order. Now, I've been following this part of Africa's news very closely ever since I was a little kid and I learned about Rhodesia. I was like, that sounds awesome. Where is it? It's gone, little KJ. Aw. So, hearing about the white genocide, the driving out of white nationals, the mass exodus, and then Mugabe, hey, fuck you, white farmers, we don't need you. And all of a sudden, wait, we need you. Come back. Hold on. Wait, please. Oh, wait, I killed them all. Wait, hold on, I didn't kill all of them. Come on back. Oh, God. The country's gone to shit. It's like when Greece bought that fucking submarine with that loan from Germany, and everyone's like, oh my God, Greece. And then Zimbabwe just looked over to Europe and said, hold on, hold my beer. Let's just kill off all the farmers. I mean, yeah. And of course, who are some people that are going to take power in this vacuum? A lot of people see that the power struggle is between two people, the President Mugabe's wife, Grace Mugabe, and his former vice president, Emerson Mnangagwa. And I hope I didn't mispronounce that. And last week, Mr. Mugabe came down in favor of his wife, splitting the ZANU-PF party in half. This proved too much for military leaders, who seized control of the country on Wednesday. Now, the whole country's on edge. The capital is fucking freaking out. And I'm just sitting here going, with my lovely little arsenal, I'm just, oh, okay, well, where's my CLP? And, oh, there's my OD greens. And, oh, wait, hold on, there's my gearbox. Let's just grab that. And, yeah. Because I would fucking go in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. If they said we're reestablishing Rhodesia, all are welcome. Because it's just to say, I was a Rhodesian citizen just for a brief moment. Granted, not during the Bush War, but just for a brief moment. Just so I can say, ha 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 ha, fuck you. Because they're legendary. They are the Spartans of modern day war. You know, I mean, 4 casualties. I think it was like 383 of them against 5,000 insurgents and communists, and 4 casualties on the Rhodesian side, over 1,000 on the insurgent communist side. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, more than likely. D-Max is saying they'll just have a dictator type show up and take control. But you never know. I mean, you never know. We may get lucky. We may get Rhodesia 2.0. And that got me thinking too. Like, you're completely correct. Like, they create a constitution, you start having the America and Africa. What would happen, especially because of how fragile the governments are and how fragile the economies are in that region? What would happen if Rhodesia 2.0 came back? If a United States of Africa came back or something? You know, what would happen if a and the funny thing is there's the African Union, but every time I hear that they've said something, it's hilarious. Every fucking time. And the worst part I see, and it's this is a whole nother part of the world. And I've only visited very few portions of, like, I've been to South Africa, I've been to fucking Egypt, I've been to, like, touristy places, you know, but fucking the heart of Africa, I've never been to, and now I'm sitting there going, I really hope change happens. Now, there is opposition to the 37-year-long reign of the ZANU-PF party. the main party that overthrew Rhodesia back in the day. The Democratic Change, oh God, the Movement for Democratic Change, oh please don't kill me, Tsvangirai Party, is headed by a Mr. Tsvangirai, made a statement on Thursday which said, "In the interest of the people, Mr. Robert Mugabe must resign immediately." Now, Mr. Tsvangirai, fuck, I can't pronounce his name. Google, help me. He has been abroad from Zimbabwe receiving treatment for cancer. Also called for a negotiated, all-inclusive transitional mechanism that will lead to comprehensive reforms and free and fair elections. Fuck yeah! Join the fucking democracy chain, Zimbabwe. And while you're at it, change your name back to Rhodesia, because that's a 10 times more baller-ass name than Zimbabwe. Rhodesia just sounds fucking badass. It strikes fear deep in your gut when you hear, like, oh, hey, who are you gonna, like, you don't get a phrase like, who are you fighting? Zimbabweans? Zimbabwites. Oh, okay. Who are you fighting? Fucking Rhodesians. I know. I have a fucking Rhodesia fetish. I know. You should see me in like springtime in Nashville. I'm running around outside in fucking Ranger OD green, fucking playing around in the tall grass. Because fuck yeah, that's why. On a completely side note, my brother, like, I heard this from Boss Man yesterday. It's like, oh my God, I got so excited. I looked, I'm like, oh my God. And then I texted my brother and I'm like, hey man, stuff's going down in Africa. He's like, hey man, I want to go. So now we're planning a whole family vacation. Just in case, you know, they might need some American. Yup, I was looking it up yesterday. It's like $700 one way. I'd go in a fucking heartbeat. Hell yeah. I'd brush up on my Afrikaans. Fuck yeah. But anyway, that would be fucking killer if it became like a democratic country, hardcore like U.S. democratic country that pretty much sticks the middle finger to the AU, because I can't recall a single thing in my generation, in my lifehood, that I've heard attributed to the AU regarding world politics or anything. And that brings up another point. If let's say we get a Democratic ally, hardcore Democratic ally, in that area of the world, and yes, Zimbabwe is landlocked, but we get a hardcore Democratic ally right there, other than South Africa or a few other countries, holy fucking shit. Boko Haram, ISIS elements, all that shit. Good fucking luck. We'll start coming at you from more angles. Because this is a country that was born fighting insurgency. With minimal fucking casualties, by the way. You can't see it, but my Rhodesia boner is just hitting the roof now. I'm, like, sucking Rhodesian dick right now. We're having a goddamn fucking history lesson. Fuck the AK. Fuck that. I want a fucking Rhodesian Bushmaster FAL. Fuck yeah. Made in South Africa. I don't even know which serial number I want. Fuck that. I know we can't be the country. DMAX says would be an awesome ally, but we can't be the country coming to them dictating. And you're completely correct. We can't be. But we could help out economically. We can help out with strikes, drone or air. We can even help out with boots on the ground. But fucking hell yeah. This is an excellent opportunity, especially in Southern Africa, to have a new driving force in a continent that has historically been fairly diplomatically unstable. And for fair reason. I mean, the whole 1400s, 1500s, 1600s, that whole, I can understand the mistrust. Ugh. Oh, I'm fucking stoked because I got friends all over the world, and I got a buddy of mine that's right now dicking around and fucking he's dicking around in fucking Morocco, and he's fucking stoked because he knows where the money's gonna be, and it's gonna be in whatever country emerges from Zimbabwe, or Zimbabwe stays the same name. He's like, I hell yeah. Yeah, I don't think we're going to use our strength to control their government choices, because more than likely it's going to go Democratic, and they're going to try to build a constitution. And what better example of a constitution is there other than the Magna Carta and the U.S. Constitution? And the reason why I say Magna Carta is because our Constitution was loosely based off the Magna Carta. It's like the granddaddy. But moving forward into that part of the world, because I'm on an Africa fucking binge today. Because fuck yeah, Rhodesia, FALs, OD Greens. I'm fucking sitting here wanting to put on my kit. That's how bad I want to be. Like, I just bouncing like a bunny. Okay. Fucking Rhodesia. Ooh, nipples are hard and everything. Moving on to South Sudan. So, child soldiers. We've all heard about them. We've all seen videos, and we all remember the fucking, what's his name? Coney fucking videos and shit. The UN has really been pushing hard for child soldiers to be eradicated, and they have been since 2000. So, it does not surprise me when I quote an article from the Washington Post. The Children's War. They were rescued from a brutal conflict in South Sudan. Now many former boy soldiers are going back. Outside, the young men with guns were playing dominoes and drinking tea. Babacho Mama could hear them through the sheet metal walls of his room. They had once been members of the same militia, a brigade of children with AK-47s. Now Mama stood alone, sweating through his white t-shirt, a boy plucked from one of the world's most brutal wars, but not so sure he'd been saved. And this fucking quote is more surreal and drew me into this article more than anything else. Maybe I need to go back, he said. It's better to die in combat than in hunger. He is 16 now, or 17 or 18 or 19. He does not know. He spent much of his childhood lugging a rifle, and his age has become an approximation, less relevant than his ability to fight. In 2015, during a lull in South Sudan's civil war, Mama and 1,774 other boys promised the United Nations that their lives as combatants had ended. They handed over their gear in choreographed ceremonies that amounted to one of the largest releases of child soldiers in recent history. Of which he proceeds to go to a school. But 2 years later, the boys are returning to the battlefield because of those developmental programs, the schooling, the housing, all that, have failed. The school barely functions. In Pabor, where the story is happening, the former boy fighters have joined a constellation of groups, the military, rebel groups, ethnic militias, and others, in a conflict that has devolved into one of the world's greatest humanitarian crises. On a spreadsheet, all of these children's names have next to it re-recruited, that they went back into being child soldiers, which at 16, 17, or 18, 18 you're not a child anymore, but I understand. He could... Yeah, I mean, he joined... He was 11 or 12 when he first joined his first militia. His parents were killed by a rival ethnic group. Father was shot, mother's throat was slit, and it's horrifying. He walked up, said, "I want to fight," learned the fight songs, learned how to aim the rifle, and started working as a bodyguard for the militia's leader. And he knows now that his old life is his life. He polishes his shoes. He wears uniforms, carries a rifle. He bears a nail clipper on a keychain to deal with those Irish pendants. You know, he's no longer in school, which begs the question: what as a global issue, child soldiers are a horrible thing. I don't think children should fight in wars. And you see it from, I've heard stories from friends that have been to Iraq. I've seen kids pick up AKs and RPGs and shit like that. You hear about it in popular literature and movies. But the issue here is that there's nothing structured to keep them out of that environment. You know, and when you have a civil war, I mean, if you look at this whole area of the world, from Africa to the Middle East, you keep hearing a lot of things about tribal politics, how people are more akin to tribal politics than actual politics. And that's what you're seeing here in South Sudan, is that he didn't go right back to the Sudanese military. He went to his militia to get vengeance on the tribe that killed his mother and father. So how do we, in that area of the world where that is taught that that's okay, be it in South Sudan or Iraq or fucking Afghanistan or Uzbekistan or fucking Pakistan, fucking, how do we I think I've killed Pookie. How do we educate and progress past that? You know, I'm all for violence being a solution when needed, but children should not be an answer here. How do we? I mean, UNICEF got involved. The United Nations got involved. Local neighboring countries got involved. You know, Liberia, Mozambique, Uganda, Rwanda had disarmed tens of thousands of children, united them with their families. You know, but how can we maintain this and keep this successful? You know, that's a question that should be asked, instead of, okay, we got you to mommy and daddy, don't go back to war now. I mean, how do you think we can make disarming and demilitarizing children in these zones effective? How do you think we could do that, Pook? Yeah. It's, I don't know. I think, and it's horrifying because, like, he talks about, further in the story, he talks about an experience he had at school. And, you know, one of the teachers tells him to go grab the chalk and goes into a fast-paced, hardcore explanation of the past tense in English. Fuck. One of the hardest languages to learn is English. And of course, you're going to go immediately talking about past tense as fast as you can. And then he gets called on and he asks how old he is. And he says, I have 16 years. And all the other kids, and we're not talking like, you know, 16 years old, he's in the high school format. No, he's in a general school with kids of all ages. And all the other kids are laughing. I'm like, no, dude, you're not 16. You don't know how old you are. Of course the kid's going to go back to fucking what he knows, which is combat. I mean, shit. If that was me, I'd be feeling the same. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
It's a very, very touchy subject, and it's been going on since God knows when in that area, man.
Fuck it, Rhodesia 2.0. Start with education. Minute Rhodesia 2.0 comes out, I want to see an education bill within the first 6 months.
That's where we messed up in Afghanistan.
What do you mean?
Back in the 80s when we were helping the Afghanis push the Russians out. And we just kind of like left it void, and we didn't bother to build like schools and stuff. You had I think the whole population at that time, the male population at the time was like 14 years old. You know, that's insane in those schools. So it just leads to more of it's like a rinse repeat cycle pretty much.
Oh, look, my fucking general theme of education. I mean, if you provide someone with the means, if you say, hey, here are the tools so that you can be successful, all you gotta do is take them. 90% of people, 90% are gonna be like, oh, okay, cool, well, thank you. Oh, you give me, I got an education now. Okay, I can do this. I can specialize in this. Okay, cool. But then again, I'm an optimist. I don't fucking know anymore. All I know is that I'm fucking going to Rhodesia 2.0.
They should name it that. Rhodesia 2.0.
That'd be fucking great.
Every time a state fails, you have to put a new version on it.
Fucking Germany prior to World War I is Germany, then Germany 2.0 comes out after World War I, then Germany 2.5 comes out after the Depression. Everyone ignores Germany 2.5 because it was Hitler. So then Germany 3.0 comes out. All like Oktoberfesting it. Oh, we don't want to get into wars. We just get way too competitive. It's not a deal anymore. We're just going to eat a sauerkraut. Fucking A. I'm going to hell. Pookie is dying. Oh, Lord. Moving past that. Fucking you have Rhodesia 1.0 fucking riding fucking Land Rovers and wrecking shit, and then all of a fucking sudden Zimbabwe comes out of nowhere. White genocide and Mugabe trying to ride a tractor, which is the funniest fucking video I've ever seen in my life. Asking the farmers, how do I ride the tractor? And they say they don't know, it's not their tractor. They stole it off of some farmer's land. And then, fucking this military coup happens. And all you can hear in the background is fucking, the Rhodesian national anthem just, like, playing lightly. Like, building to a crescendo. Here, Rhodesians never die. Next time we open up the fucking atlas, you fucking see in big bold lettering Rhodesia 2.0. Go fuck off. This time with less communism all around it.
No communism.
Well, Rhodesia didn't have communism. What the issue was that the countries around it were communists. It was a very hardcore, oh, you're a democracy. Nope, we can't have that in Africa. Which now reminds a question. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Africa levels. In the campaign. Oh, Angola. God damn it.
Yeah, I never played Black Ops 2.
Wait a second. I think that's during the Bush War. Yes! Yes! It's during the Rhodesia Bush War! I have to replay Call of Duty Black Ops 2 so I can relive all of my Yay. Yay. Oh, God. It's during the Bush War. I gotta get my FAL and start slotting people. Oh, God. Gonna show up next week and I'll just be sitting there wearing nothing but OD green, a balaclava, FAL in one hand. I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. Live from Rhodesia 2.0, it's KJ and Jose's Taco Truck, slinging quesadillas and tacos out the war wagon.
That's the key to world peace is tacos.
You know what? Yeah. There we go. That's how we could solve all the problems. Introduce Afghanis to tacos. Introduce the Taliban to tacos. What is this American bullshit? It's not American. It's Mexican. So we can eat it?
I'll feed them the El Pastor tacos, and they don't even know that there's a sausage in it.
Okay, that's horrible. You gotta show some respect. You gotta show some respect to them. You know, you don't have to force them to eat sausage. Granted, the only sausage they like is 13 years old. Oh, God. Oh, I'm just so fucking excited. Like, I can't...
What a day.
I can't fucking stop gushing. I'm just sitting here going like...
Dude, when I saw that in the news, I just kind of chuckled to myself because I knew it was going to happen eventually. After all that genocide and everything that happened and the starvation, I was like, there's going to be a coup here and within the next year. And it happened. I was like, sweet.
And like, you know, fucking Sudan's going to shit. Everywhere's going to shit. And then, of course, you know, you have fucking Zimbabwe where it's like hours earlier, soldiers taking part in this coup took over the headquarters of the National Broadcasting Center, Zimbabwe Broadcast Center. Issued a statement saying the military was targeting criminals and President Mugabe. It's like, if you break the law, we will find you. Also, President Mugabe, you're fucked. What? No.
At least they were nice and put him in house arrest. I mean, they could have just, like, popped him in the back of the head and ended it all.
Yeah, I mean, he's 93 fucking years old. How many more years does he have left? I mean, honestly.
I mean, when you get a hold of power for some reason, you tend to live a long time. I've noticed that.
Yeah. Now, like, even further in this area of the world, South Africa is hosting millions of Zimbabweans. Oh, okay, that's what they're called, Zimbabweans, who fled after the country's economic crash and the white profiling genocide. And the South African Defense Committee is all, or Defense Coalition, it doesn't specify. I know it's South African Defense something. Google, save me from sounding ignorant. South African Development Community, there we go. The South African Development Community is pushing for a democratic solution. And they're holding a emergency meeting today in Botswana. And I'm just like, the military took over, right? The military took over, and everyone is saying like, just go about your business. Don't worry about it. Don't stress. It's okay. We'll have this sorted out in a few days. We'll be fine. Everyone's like, and that's all the radio stations, the newspapers. Don't stress it. It's okay. Just ignore the tanks, ignore the armed soldiers. It's going to be fine. And then this gets said in Newsday, which is one of their newspapers. It could easily have been entitled "The End of an Error," a 37-year-old error. Because that's how long President Mugabe has ruled Zimbabwe.
You said I thought you said error. Error. I can't even say it now. And it was error that you said.
Yeah, it's like, damn, dude, you fucking savage. Alex Magaisa, you're my reporter of the fucking day, of the month. You have made my birth month so much happier. But just like, well, fuck all this shit. I gotta tell them it's business as usual. Fuck that. Fuck it over. Rhodesia 2.0. Let's see if he fucking mentions anything about Rhodesia. Let's see this article get printed up and hanged on my wall. I mean, I know you sound like I'm fucking beating a dead horse here, but it's just, I'm fucking excited.
It's always good to see it when like people like finally just get sick of the bullshit and are just like, guess what? You gotta go, dude.
Now that could just happen here in the States. I could see it now. I could see Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma, and the South. Like Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma, and everything to the right of it, everything to the east of it. I'm sitting there going, we're fucking done. No, we're not doing this shit. No, fuck it. Fuck your common sense gun laws, which actually we are going to talk about one that's being introduced, which is fucking common sense. But that'll be next hour. But, you know, I could just see, like, you know, it's like, no, fuck this Caesar Zim bullshit. Fuck this fucking goddamn I can't fucking love my country bullshit. No, fuck it, we're out. We'll come back when everything's better. And then, you know, Civil War, United States 4.0, we'll see what happens. I do like that I bring after major
yeah, exactly. You can see how many countries have fucked up a million times.
United Kingdom will be like in the double digits already. It's like United Kingdom 1.0 is just fucking King Arthur, and then fucking it shoots up to 17.0 during fucking everyone deciding it wants to find India, and it just starts. Oh, I claim this is the name of England. The fuck is that? Do you have a flag? No flag. You're not a country. Ha 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 ha. Oh god. Oh, Zimbabwe. Fuck you, Zimbabwe. I like how this article ends also, the one that's talking about the 37-year error. It ends with this paragraph. It ends with that some people were saying that if the secession race was a boxing match, that opponents to Mugabe were so far behind on points that they needed a knockout blow. Lo and behold, the bottom of the 15th, they seem to have delivered, albeit in the very dying moments. It's a new chapter for Zimbabwe, which for the first time must now prepare for life without Mugabe at the helm. He now sits on the throne, but without power. It is unlikely he'll stay there for much longer. It's truly the end of an era. Goddamn right! That's a hell of a knockout blow. Hey, we're gonna
That's some good journalism there, man.
Yeah, we're gonna hunt all the fucking criminals. By the way, President Mugabe, you too. What? Huh? Just stay in your house. You'll be fine. Okay. I need an adult. Fucking. Oh, D-Max, I'm gonna tell people about that, by the way. So D-Max and I are friends on Facebook. And D-Max sends me this picture, which gets me so fucking excited. Because he has this game called Jedi Challenges. And I'm fucking stoked for him. I'm like, dude, fuck yeah, let's play. And lo and behold, it's lightsabers and fucking Star Wars. And yeah. Excited. Almost excited as Rhodesia, but not as much. And of course he makes this comment right now. Gonna make me get on Jedi Challenges to practice for Africa. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go in there with some fucking claymores and like old school Scottish claymores and fucking wreck shit. No one will fucking expect these American dudes just running up to them with a goddamn claymore in their hands. Claymore in one hand, FAL in the other. We're nothing but a fucking chest rig. Screaming at the top of their lungs, Rhodesians never die. Okay, we're going to take a break because I'm having a bit of a Rhodesia moment. And I need to stop gushing about them. Like a 12-year-old. So we're going to take a short break. Come back at the top of the hour. We're just going to play through the break. We're not going to kill anything. We're going to be right here listen to some music, play some more of that ISO sign that you were liking so much, bro. Joey, I got more of that ISO sign for you. And next up, we're going to talk about how Julian Assange is actually the greatest person in the world, and common sense gun reform that actually is fucking common sense. Because fuck yeah. Rhodesian fucking dreams. All right, we'll be back at the top of the hour. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I wrote her off for the 10th time today and practiced all the things I would say. When she came over, I lost my nerve. I took her back and made her dessert. And while I know I'm being used, that's okay because I like the abuse. While I know she's playing with me, that's okay, 'cause I got no self-esteem. Oh, hey, oh, yeah, yeah. We make plans to go out at night. I wait till 2, then I turn out the light. This rejection's got me so low. She keeps it up, I just might tell her so. Hey, oh, yeah,
You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that.
no, I'll relate this little bit. It happens more than I'd like to admit. Late at night, she knocks on my door. She's drunk again and looking to score. No, I know I should say no, but it's kinda hard when she's ready to go. I may be dumb, but I'm not a dweeb. I'm just a sucker with no self-esteem. Oh, hey, oh, yeah, yeah.
push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing, so it stops the ache. But it's made of all the things I have to say. Jesus and now it works its way inside. If the thing goes on,
push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. But it's made of all the things I am today. Jesus, it never ends. It works its way inside. If the pain goes on, I'm not gonna make it. All I've got is insane. 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 I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. It's made of all the things I am today. It works its way inside. If the pain goes on, I'm not gonna make it.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
And we are back right outside the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence with Jose's Taco Truck. This is KJ. Along for the ride is Pookie. Say hi, Pookie. Pookie. Of course, I'm sitting there and I meet you on Skype. Say hi, Pookie. Just one.
Hey.
Yeah, there we go. We're just sitting here rocking out and just having fun, and Pookie's got a fucking Sharpie in his beard. He's distracting me. Living out of Rhodesian fantasies. Okay. Oh, God. All right. Fuck yeah. I'm just still stoked upon fucking Rhodesia 2.0 being a possibility. It's like when they fucking said Star Wars Battlefront was coming back, and I'm sitting there going, oh my god, Galactic Conquest might come back. And I got so hyped up. But then I realized nothing's ever going to be as good as that 2008 version of Star Wars Battlefront. So,
Yeah.
my hopes are up, but they're going to get crushed. Kind of like that first time in the back of that minivan with that 400-pound chick, but whatever, that's another story. All right. Julian Assange. So Julian Assange, the guy in charge of WikiLeaks, hated Hillary Clinton. What we didn't know, as came out yesterday, was that he was secretly advising President Trump. And the article proceeds to say, WikiLeaks secretly offered help to Donald Trump's campaign in a series of private Twitter messages sent to the candidate's son, Donald Trump Jr., gave ammunition to the group's many detractors, and also sparked anger from some longtime supporters of the organization and its founder, Julian Assange. One of the messages sent between Julian and Donnie Jr. is, and I quote, regarding WikiLeaks publishing one or more of President Donald Trump's tax returns in order to make his group's attacks on Hillary Clinton seem less biased. And this is what the fucking message says. If we publish them, it will dramatically improve the perception of our impartiality. This is the real kicker. That means that the vast amount of stuff that we are publishing about Clinton will have much higher impact because it won't be perceived as coming from a pro-Trump, pro-Russian source, which the Clinton campaign is constantly slandering us with. What? Just what?
That's interesting, man.
And then not even okay, so this message was on October 21st, 2016 between Julian and Donnie Jr. And then not even a fucking month, not even a full month later, maybe 2 weeks, November 10th, they posted an article that the allegations that we have colluded with Trump or any other candidates for that matter, or with Russia, are just groundless and false. What? You had the audacity, the fucking balls to say, hey, Donnie Jr., let me get some of Daddy's tax returns so that when we publish Hillary shit, it ain't gonna look so, we're fucking supporting you. And then say fucking less than 2 weeks later, the allegations that we have colluded with Trump or any other candidate for that matter, or with Russia, are just groundless and false. Bitch, you messaged the motherfucker! I mean...
Well, welcome to politics in a new age, man. I mean, everyone's trying to still, everyone's like, oh, the Russians this, Russians that, social media this, social media that. My thing is, wake the hell up. Politics have changed over the last, so how long's Facebook been a thing? Like, going on 10 years now? So it's only been 2 elections.
Oh man, no, it gets better. So James Ball, a former WikiLeaks volunteer who has described the difficulty of working for someone who lies so much, was also appalled by one post-election message to Trump Jr. in which WikiLeaks... let me read the message. Okay, here we go. Hi, Don. Hope you're doing well in relation to Mr. Assange. Obama-Clinton placed pressure on Sweden, United Kingdom, and Australia, his home country, to illicitly go after Mr. Assange. It would be real easy and helpful for your dad to suggest that Australia appoint Assange ambassador to D.C. That's a really smart, tough guy and the most famous Australian you have, or something similar. They won't do it, but it will send the right signals to Australia, United Kingdom, and Sweden to start following the law and stop bending it to ingratiate themselves with the Clintons. What the fuck, man? This is some serious skullduggery bullshit.
Hey, man. Politics, man.
I mean, just makes no fucking sense. What's up? Thanks, Emerald Hook, for the fucking host on Mixer. Appreciate it, bro. It makes no sense to me. This is a gentleman whose whole point of his website is bringing out the truth and impartiality, and then does this bullshit. A following message, by the way, on November 8th. So this is 2 days after the whole we don't collude with anyone or Donald Trump or Russia or blah, 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 blah. To Donnie Jr. Hi, Don. If your father loses, we think it is much more interesting if he does not concede and spends time challenging the media and other types of rigging that occurred, as he has implied that he might do. He is also much more likely to keep his base alive and energized this way if he is going to start a new network. Showing how corrupt the old ones are is helpful. The discussion about the rigging can be transformative as it exposes media corruption, primary corruption, PAC corruption, etc.
I mean, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Don't say that there wasn't any weird rigging of the system this time around, because, I mean, there's evidence that it happened, man.
Let's go back a year to the actual election. And I'm going to fucking say it. I'm going to say it. In no fucking way, did the American population, as a consensus, look at all the candidates and go, and I'm not talking about individual. I'm just saying in general. I'm not talking about you or boss or whatever. Everyone has their own different political opinion. But from the people that I surround myself with, and the people that I've talked to, everyone I've talked to during that time period is just sitting there going, they're all fucking horrible. All of them. Clinton.
That's why
Trump.
that's why we were warned a long time ago to stay the fuck away from two-party politics. But where the hell are we today?
I mean, everybody I've talked to and spent time with, they're all fucking horrible. Except for a few exceptions. Like, my mother was a hardcore Hillary supporter. My father didn't give two shits and voted for who he wanted to vote for. Because he's a good American, you know. My fucking best friend in the world was a bomb-ass fucking Trump supporter. One of my brothers was a, what's his nuts? The fucking, Gary Johnston.
Gary Johnson was a shit, man. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
Yeah. But the majority of people I spoke to are like, they're all fucking horrible. And then Trump wins. Which, kudos to him. Nice polite clap for him on the back of the hand, like a golf clap. And, everybody loses their fucking mind. Even further. And you wonder why he won. And now you have a great example of a motherfucker that had the ability and the people to get the information that was damnable and could cause nails in coffins. Because that's what WikiLeaks does. They release information to the public. It does not matter what information, they'll release it. And
kudos on them, man. Kudos on them.
But you the part that pisses me off is, god damn it, you can't sit there and say we didn't collude. And look, every time you bullshit, every time you lie, it always fucking comes out. No matter what you lie about, it always fucking comes out. Because everybody knows can smell bullshit when they smell it and they see it. They know it's there. So of course, we knew something was going on with WikiLeaks, especially with the hardcore folks on Hillary Clinton. We knew something was going on. But for fuck's sake, we knew you were biased. You didn't have to be so blatantly, we did not collude with any Donald Trump or the Russians, or we're not collusionists. And, Well, here you go, fucker. Even more reason why I don't like to go to WikiLeaks and trust you for anything. Although with my luck, something big will get released on there about Rhodesia 2.0. New fucking standard loadout for all infantry in Rhodesia 2.0. And then I'll have to go to WikiLeaks.
Oh, I'll stay away from it because I'm afraid I'll see something that will like have the CIA come in the middle of the night and stick me with a needle or something.
And don't get me wrong, it's important that we have organizations, private and public, that release information. You need whistleblowers. But for fuck's sake, we knew the entire time. We fucking knew you were pro-Trump. We knew it. You didn't have to be a twat and be like, well, you know. You can be partial to things. It's okay. Just, you know, be upfront about it. That's, and then the part that gets me even better is like, Donald Trump even tweeted before all this happened. Very little pickup by the dishonest media of incredible information provided by WikiLeaks. So dishonest. Rigged system. We get it. You liked it, so you put a ring on it, Donnie. We get it. Actually, you liked it, so you had your son put a ring on it. We get it.
Well, I mean, his hands were clean of it, man. It was his son that did it. It wasn't him.
But fuck. I just...
I mean, they were working together, but it wasn't Donald Trump that did anything about it. You know, his hands were clean of that. He washed his hands and stepped back.
You know what? I want to fucking see WikiLeaks get involved with this Hollywood fucking scandal. With all the fucking rape accusations, everything right now. I want to see it. I want to have one of your fucking hackers be like, fucking phone records. All right, let's fucking find everything. Okay. Oh, look, we found it all. The incriminating text messages. Why aren't you going after those motherfuckers?
Because it's a fad right now, man. That's what it is, man.
Oh my God, Donald Trump is so going to be 2017. We have to get aboard this. I know. Go after the fucking rape bullshit that's going on with all the congressmen and senators and fucking media executives, and let's find out who's fucking being real and who's not. Because I'm tired of fucking watching, like, okay, easy segue. The fucking Roy Moore or Ray Moore, whatever the fuck that preacher is. You know who I'm talking about, Pookie? Roy Moore.
I saw a thing or two. I saw a thing or two about it, but I kind of just, you know, it was one of those things where I was just like, whatever.
Is it Roy or Ray? Yeah, Roy Moore. So right now they're comparing his signature from a yearbook of one of the alleged abused, to his current signatures, and that's a big argument of, oh well, he couldn't have signed that, he couldn't have done it. And the legal beagle in me is just tweaking, because I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But you know, depending on when this happened, there's got to be like phone records, maybe if it happened sooner, text records, you know. Go after the fucking rapists. Go after the fucking pedos.
Yes.
That's what you fucking do, WikiLeaks. Find everybody that has fucking child porn on their computers, and then in one fell swoop, drop an entire document of every single person that has child porn. Boom.
Isn't Assange like right now accused of some sort of pedophilia act or some shit like that?
I don't believe so. I'm checking now.
Could have sworn I heard some shit in the grapevine about it, but I mean that's just my thing.
He got Well, we'll go on that story real quick before we go on fucking common sense gun control. Julian Assange, WikiLeaks is threatening CNN with a defamation lawsuit after a commentator called Julian Assange a pedophile who lives in the Ecuadorian embassy in London. And it's referring to allegations that he molested an 8-year-old girl in the Bahamas, promoted by a company running a dating website that unsuccessfully approached Assange about a celebrity endorsement deal. There is no evidence that pointed to him peddling a child. So
okay, I mean,
yeah,
I heard it. I skimmed over it at one point in time. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, there's no evidence that they received a tip about, you know, the Bahamian police have acknowledged to media agencies that they received a tip about the alleged crime, but they have not identified a potential victim, nor have they ever received a complaint and are not pursuing the matter. So, as of right now, he didn't do shit. That'll change if he does, but for right now, what's going on legally, he didn't do shit, and I won't think about it twice. No, he's more busy getting shacked up with Donnie Jr. God, I've never actually, I don't know what Donald Trump Jr. looks like, and I'm like saying this, and I'm like, I want to like get a, oh my God, he's horrifying. He looks like a mentally retarded version of his father. You fucking, now I'm gonna like ship some pictures of like them holding hands, Julian Assange and Donald Trump Jr. That's what I'll do. Jesus fucking Christ, D-Max. D-Max just lovely said in the Facebook chat, how would an 8-year-old even be any fun? I prefer older women I don't have to teach. God, D-Max. And this is why we don't play video games together.
He also stated that Pennywise touched him inappropriately.
He was probably doing his Pookie dance. Which that thing is still playing. Oh, so Pookie sent me that fucking GIF, right? It popped up in Facebook Messenger, all that shit. And I've yet to been able to disable it on my computer screen. So if we're going on 3 weeks now, I have Pennywise the dancing fucking clown still on my fucking computer screen. But moving forward, as we do on the show, and I will have a picture of Donnie Trump and Julian Assange holding hands and saying, "Notice me, senpai, notice me." We're going to move on to some gun control. Now, Pookie, I know how you feel about gun control in armed societies and polite society.
Yes.
And I believe that we should enforce the laws that are on the books. But I like this bill, and I think you will too, because it's common fucking sense. Bipartisan deal on gun control unveiled. A bipartisan group of senators Thursday unveiled legislation that would improve background checks for gun sales. The bill, crafted by Senators John Cornyn, a Republican of Texas, and Chris Murphy, a Democrat from Connecticut, would incentivize states to strengthen the National Instant Criminal Background Check system to ensure all background check information is uploaded. According to the description of the bill, first obtained by NBC News, the Fix NICS Act offers a handful of solutions to help get all the necessary records uploaded, including asking federal agencies and states to produce plans to upload and verify the criminal and mental health records necessary to bar unfit purchasers from buying a weapon. Great! That's awesome! It also incentivize. They spelled incentivize wrong. The bill would also create incentives like grants for states that comply with uploading requirements and accountability measures like withholding political appointees bonuses for agencies that fail to do so. This is obviously in response to what happened in Texas over the weekend. And I know I didn't talk about Texas right away because I wanted to see what would come of it in these next couple of days. And I have to say that this is an appropriate response. That, hey, we have something wrong, here's how to fix it. And even further, other senators have signed on to the bill, giving it more weight. Richard Blumenthal from Connecticut, a Democrat, and Senator Tim Scott, a Republican from South Carolina, have also signed on this bill. And I think this is fantastic. Because you have a bill that is not restricting the current laws. That's not saying, oh, you can't get the AR-15, oh, you can't get this whatever, like what California and New York does. But it's like, hey, this is what we have on the books. Let's fix it. And let's perfect it. And I think that's a reasonable option here. What do you think, Pookie?
Oh, I'm all for background checks. I mean, I'm like kind of torn between the Second Amendment thing. I've got part of me that just says, screw it, let everyone have guns. Another part of me is like, well, that would be a little too insane. You know, I'm kind of torn, you know. But the background check thing, yeah, but it's not going to work, really. I honestly think you could do background checks all day. I mean, we had that crap that happened in, NorCal, where dude went all ape shit and just started randomly shooting, and he wasn't even supposed to have a gun, but he had a gun. So, I mean...
Oh, shit. We'll get to that in a minute. We'll continue with gun control, and then we'll get on this Rhodesia 2.0, because new news just got released. Fucking Rhodesia! Anyway, no, and that's the thing. What was he in, the Navy? Was he in the Air Force? Do you remember? what fuck state McGee was in?
He was Air Force.
He was Air Force. They failed to fucking, hey, he did some bad things that should stop him from getting guns, and they failed to do it. I want to know how this would affect the DoD. Because if the DoD doesn't report, you can't pull away any of those incentives. You can't pull away grants. You can't. You can't pull funding because that affects paying people and shit like that. So how do you make this to where it affects the DoD? What is going to be a proper incentive for the DoD to comply with this, as well as, other than it being law, as well as it being a punishment for if they don't? Because this right here is an egregious breach of the words slipping my mind, not policy, procedure. There we go, procedure. And I never could imagine that a DoD agency or the Air Force or anyone would fuck up on this level. But then again,
Ho 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 ho.
then again, I've been surprised in the past.
It's like sweeping a motor pool in the rain, dude. It happens.
Something like this shouldn't, though. You know,
Well, I mean, I did skim over an article, and the DoD has been failing miserably at reporting. Like, they even admitted to it. They're like, we've been failing on this.
yeah, I saw that somewhere. Here we go. Yeah, the top Army officer says significant amount of soldiers' crime data not reported to the feds. And that, of course, is General Mark Miley, the Army Chief of Staff. And he states, and I quote, "We have a significant amount of omissions," he admitted. There are gaps and failures on our part. He says about 10 to 20% of Army criminal cases are not reported to the FBI. And roughly 150 soldiers are given a dishonorable discharge each year, Miley said. He did not say how many former soldiers have bad conduct discharges, the same type Air Force veteran Devin Kelly had when he was kicked out in 2014 after serving a year in prison for multiple counts of assaulting his wife and child. Now, the day after the shooting, Defense Secretary, all hallowed be his name, the patron saint of chaos, Jim Mattis, asked the Pentagon's Office of the Inspector General to conduct a full investigation into the process all services use to share criminal behavior with the FBI. The problem goes back decades. A 1997 Inspector General's report said each service branch had significant failures in sharing fingerprint data and trail results. So, great. The Army itself, from our Chief of Staff, said about 10 to 20%. Okay. Let's see here. Army criminal cases 2017. Let's see if they have a number. How many Army criminal cases happened in 2017? Okay. No, I don't have a number because fuck me, right? Let's just use an arbitrary number, Pookie. How's that sound? Arbitrary number. We'll say 10,000. Say 10,000
That works.
criminal cases.
That's pretty steep, but okay.
Yeah. Well, okay. We'll go smaller. We'll use 1,000. 10 to 20% of that is 100 to 200 cases that don't get reported. And 9 times out of 10, at least in my opinion, if you're fucking lazy enough not to report that case, whatever it may be, a domestic assault, a sexual assault, murder, well, I'm guessing murders probably get filed pretty quickly, but, you know, we'll go along the lines with what happened, domestic assault, spousal abuse, shit like that. How many motherfuckers are out there right now that got dishonorables or got the bad conduct discharge, charged with criminal charges in the military, served their time in prison, and are out and can still buy firearms? Ooh. 10 to 20%.
Well, that's pretty steep. Yeah.
That's still a fucked up number. Even if it was out of 100 cases, that's 10 to 20 people that may or may not be.
We can dig deeper on this Texas thing too. Apparently, that guy broke out of a mental institution at one point. So some mental institution wasn't reporting either. I mean, we've got a big reporting issue going.
It's ridiculous. But I like how this bill, the Fix Nix Act, is taking a step towards a solution, which is, hey, we're going to incentivize that you file, and you'll get stuff. You'll get money, you'll get this, and everything will be fine. But if you don't, you're not going to get a bonus. And we all know how we like our Christmas bonuses.
Yeah.
It's a good call, and I hope that it moves forward. And I want to see. Here we go. Thank you. Appreciate news. So I started off talking about fucking Rhodesia and Zimbabwe, and right now, he has been seen outside. He's been seen inside his home with members of the military who staged the coup and other political leaders negotiating a transition. God, I gotta try to figure out how to get this picture over there. Save image as. Fuck you. Alright, you're gonna see a black screen, but we're gonna fucking figure this shit out real quick. But nope, that's not what I want. Add the picture. Yeah, I know, Pookie. I'm just trying to get this picture in. I want to get this picture in real quick so that we can fucking bada bing, bada boom. Where the fuck did Magumbe go? There it is. Okay. So this is...
Thanks for the free advert, by the way.
Yeah. This is what's going on right now in Zimbabwe. This is a picture just taken. And this is the interesting factor of you see the leader of the military forces of Zimbabwe, President Magumbe, is in his nice little sofa chair. Other political leaders that I'm trying to identify as I read. And this is all happening right now. They're calling for a complete removal of him in power, and he is currently arguing that he should stay in power, finish out a term as based off of a new constitution. Lo and behold, updates are happening as I'm reading it, so it's very fucking confusing. Fuck it, Rhodesia 2.0, my heart on still high as hell.
I liked how nice that room was compared to the rest of his fucking country.
Yeah. Like, that's the part that really bothers me is, and that seems to be a general theme of shitty African leaders. Shitty leaders in general. Just shit. Fucking, they all have excellent homes. They all look like they're fresh out of fucking the Hamptons or Beverly Hills. Meanwhile, fucking Herrera looks like a fucking war zone.
It's like little Kim up there in North Korea. He's fat as hell. There's people starving.
No, I am not fucking talking about North Korea. No. You are not baiting me to this motherfucker. Every fucking week. Every goddamn yeah, I am triggered. You know why? Because every goddamn fucking week, something fucking new with that goddamn short shit stain of a motherfucking Kim Jong-un. Every fucking week. Motherfucker can't keep his mouth shut, and then we'll fucking further that shit on with our own goddamn president who can't fucking learn how to keep his goddamn mouth shut regarding the goddamn fucking Korean relationships. I mean, what worries me is that there is a man that balls to the wall, ran across the DMZ, got shot, shots were fired, a break of the armistice. What is going on now? Because the armistice has been broken. Shots were fired over the DMC in Panjuman. Fucking, I do not speak Far East well. Pookie. I am horrible at Asian names. But holy shit. Shots were fired.
I saw that on the news article. I was like, holy crap, man.
And that right there is more important to me than North Korea. Oh, we're gonna fucking nuke you. Oh, Donald Trump. It's like a fucking circle jerk. And here we fucking go. Of course. What did I do? I typed in North Korea into news. And what the fuck do I have as the first fucking article? Straight from fucking Business Insider itself. 6 hours old, fresh off the fucking presses. China appears to have crossed Trump on North Korea. I just praised you, President Xi Jinping. I just said you were, cool for linking up with Trump and standing firm. And then this happens. Wednesday, Trump said he and Xi agreed that they would not accept a so-called freeze for freeze agreement like those that have consistently failed in the past. On Thursday, a Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson, Geng Shuang, said a dual suspension, the Chinese preferred term for the freeze for freeze deal, was the most feasible, fair, and sensible plan in the present situation. You see, this is the kind of shit that pisses me off. This is the kind of shit of why I'm just gonna fucking disappear when Rhodesia 2.0 comes out, and I'm just gonna go in the bush and slot fucking commies. Because for weeks, China has been, we stand with South Korea in denuclearization. And then the president comes over. And China goes, we stand with South Korea and the United States in denuclearization. And then not even 24 fucking hours. Well, we really should do that freeze for freeze program, that feasible and fair. We kind of said we weren't going to do it when President Trump was here. But you know what? This sounds like the best sensible plan. You, sir, have made my Cunt of the Day award. I praised you on Tuesday for being a sensible and reasonable person in an unreasonable environment. Nope, you chose to be an asshole. Fuck you, Xi Jinping. I'm gonna go to fucking Rhodesia and slot fucking commies because of you.
Yeah, I honestly think it's the cool factor, as the energy factor, is China relies on so much energy from North Korea that they don't want to give that shit up, man.
You know what's real fucking cheap to build and place, especially when you're in a country that has a lot of fucking land like China does? Solar, nuclear, hydroelectric, the Yangtze River, the Yellow River, the fucking fuck. I can't even. There we go. I said it. You made my inner white girl come out. I can't even.
Oh, I thought you were about to go Alex Jones for a second there, man. You had that look on your face, man.
It blows my fucking mind. Because I look at politicians, and as a normal person, I sit there and I say, this is a common sense solution. Just there's companies out there that'll sell it to you for cheap, and I know you're communist, you don't believe in capitalism, but you know what? They'll sell you this fucking solar panels for cheap. Or they'll do this. And lo and behold, well, we kind of do need the coal. This ain't the fucking 1800s anymore, motherfucker. We got viable alternatives for everything. I mean, shit, there's tofu burgers now. Granted,
Don't speak such blasphemy.
I'm not saying eat a tofu burger, but what I'm saying is, it's a viable alternative. People make eggplant bacon, for Christ's sake. It may not be the best alternative, but they're viable alternatives. All right? So, for fuck's sake, don't step on each other's fucking toes and do stupid shit like this. And I still hope that dude that ran, escaped, I hope he's okay. And I haven't seen any news about him, how he's doing, because he was in the hospital on Tuesday, and I haven't seen anything yet. It's the same article. It has not been updated. have not seen anything yet about how he's doing. And I hope he's okay, because with our, who knows, maybe he's a fucking general in private's clothing. But that's what's mildly worrying me, is what's going on with this defector. Can we get that inside look into what's going in North Korea? But, you know, what's today's fucking news topic? China doesn't want to do the freeze for... China wants to do the freeze for freeze. But it sounds like a school... It sounds like a schoolyard bullying circle, Pookie. It sounds like fucking... Like a bunch of fucking twat-waffle teenagers. Well, Donnie said that we can't do a freeze for freeze. Oh, I don't care what Donnie said we can't do. We're going to do a freeze for freeze anyway behind his back. Meanwhile, Donnie's over at the fucking other end of the playground negotiating other shit with fucking new Rhodesia 2.0. Getting ready for that shit. And all of a sudden, like, wait, what bitch? Excuse me? But because he's on the side of the playground, he doesn't have enough time to go confront China about her bitchy ways. So he's got to wait till next fucking recess.
Oh god, it's a soap opera. It literally is, man. Every day it's like a new episode of the Young and the Restless, but it's China and the Trumpster.
You ever see that South Park episode where they had the taco that shit ice cream, and it turned out Earth was just a giant reality show? It's an old episode. I feel like I need to find it and just start playing it. Like, just like zap an email like Trey Parker and Matt Stone, like, hey, I need to play an episode of your TV show on my fucking radio show, just so I can fucking prove how fucking dicked up the Earth is and how you got it right with this one episode. Like, everything seems scripted. Everything. God damn it, now I'm starting to sound like Alex Jones. Fuck you, Pookie. I'm starting to have my fucking tinfoil hat.
The frogs are gay.
The frogs are gay. They turned the frogs gay with the lead in the water. Let me explain to you the story of Revenge of the Sith. Chancellor Palpatine. Okay, I'm not going on that fucking rant.
That's not how you open a pickle jar. You open it like this. That's not how you open a pickle jar.
Fucking lizard people and shit. Okay, alright. I'm going to talk about my mother real quick. My mother is a staunch Democrat. And an old school liberal. Which is, you do you and I do me and leave me the fuck alone. What liberalism used to be, which was a viable choice. You do you, I do me, leave me the fuck alone. So of course, the day after Alex Jones came on to Fox News, I think it was Tommy Lahren show, was it? Was that Tommy Lahren show that he was on?
I don't remember, man.
Yeah, he came on some show. And of course, my mother watches the news. I watch the news. And I call my mother the next day. I'm like, hey, Ma, how you doing? How's it going? Blah, 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 da, da, da. And it literally turned into, out of nowhere, like, how's the day? How's my brother? How's dad? How's the house? Am I in the will yet? Are you going to give me the house? How much more do I need to do to become loved again? You know, those sort of things. Out of nowhere, Alex Jones gets brought up. And it just feels like a fucking run-on sentence. Like that goddamn fucking Alex Jones talking about the fucking gay frogs and Revenge of the Sith, just fucking pickle jars and fucking lizard people all the fucking day, all the goddamn day. I don't know what the fuck to say about Alex Jones. I'm very tired. I'm like, no shit, Ma, you're tired. You just had a fucking 30-minute long run-on sentence about Alex Jones. But instead of saying that, I proceeded to argue the point, because what do you do as the oldest son? You argue the point with your mother, because, you know, I'm 25 and I know better. And lo and behold, the run-on sentences continued about the gay frogs and the fucking Revenge of the Sith and Chancellor Palpatine. Don't forget about Padme. Padme got choked out by Anakin, and Anakin did this. And by the way, he killed all those fucking younglings. Think of the younglings, young one. I think I'll take a nap. I'm just fucking dying here. So Alex Jones is a primary source of entertainment for me and my household. It makes me glad I live 800 miles away from my parents. Oh god. Okay, I'm done sidetracking. And yes, D-Max, they have an inner white girl. I like my mocha fraps from McDonald's, and I wear slippers, and I'm in PJs while I'm broadcasting right now because why the fuck not? It's comfy. God, no one gets.
Have you seen my new slippers?
No, let me see your slippers, Pookie. Just text me.
Oh, give me a sec. I gotta get them. But you're gonna die when you see them.
My fingers on my screenshot. That very much looks like a beard. But anyway. Oh Lord Almighty. Oh Jesus. All right. So what do we take away today from Jose's Taco Truck? Well, the layman would say that those are the gayest fucking slippers I've ever seen. But they're amazing. The layman would say from Jose's Taco Truck that that KJ has an inordinate hard on for Rhodesia, which is entirely true. I will be following this whole Rhodesia 2.0 very closely, and I will keep you up to date every Tuesday and Thursday at noon at Jose's Taco Truck. God Almighty. Fucking A. It's just one of those days already. What are you doing this weekend, Pook, other than Saturday Night Savagery?
I'm not quite sure yet, man.
You want to come over and drink?
That's a trip. Sounds like fun, man.
Word. We'll get Thanksgiving started off right. Oh, which reminds me, is Thanksgiving next week? It is.
Already?
It is. Thanksgiving is next week.
Third Thursday of November, right?
Yes, the 23rd. It falls on one of the shows. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to do a Thanksgiving show. Fuck it. I'm going to do a Thanksgiving show. We're going to have fun. You're going to watch me eat turkey and as I laugh at starving children in Zimbabwe.
You need Jesus, man.
I know. But I'm a Jew. Every time I try to go to Jesus, he cringes and walks away quickly. I don't know why. Oh, okay. All right, I'm done making jokes. Yes, I will be live for Thanksgiving. I will be doing something special for Thanksgiving, and if you are near the Fort Campbell, Nashville area, please let me know. We'll have some fun. But anyway, other than that, let's do some house cleaning, Pooks. All right. So, as you know, every day of the week, we got a show. Every Tuesday and Thursday at noon Eastern Daylight Time, you have Jose's Taco Truck with KJ and my smiling, semi-bearded face and Rhodesian heart-on. Tune in tonight at 8 p.m. on Thursday for Sergeant's Time with Ice, Doc Madness, as they address current issues within the active duty Army community. And then Fridays, more freedom than you'll ever be able to handle because we have Friday Night Freedom with Minx and Mud Puppy. Be sure to ask Minx about 19.1 inches and how it can please summer. Saturday, we have the most savage night of radio, Saturday Night Savagery, with Jay Reddy and Pookie. These two gorgeous bearded fellows will talk about all the lovely things they like to talk about, from porn to my future ex-wife, Jennifer Lawrence. Scrolling over to Monday. Monday, we have WTF Nation Radio's flagship show, the Monday edition, with Ice and Cuffs, tackling current events and much, much more. Pookie, you have this dead-eyed stare. It's mildly horrifying. And then we come back around to Tuesday for Minx and Grey Cloud to bring up Tied Up Tuesdays. Please feel free to join the show, auction off all their stuff in their room, among other things. And they'll help recap the weekend. And we have some amazing guests coming on. Tonight, we have CEO Fred Wellman from Scout Comms, retired Army-era Scout pilot and public affairs officer who graduated from the United States Military Academy at West Point. Scout Comms is the most effective full-service public relations and corporate social responsibility firm operating in the veteran and military space, having built influential and mutually beneficial relationships with top media outlets, thought leaders, corporations, and nonprofits working in and around the veterans and military family sector. Also, next Monday, the 20th of November, we have Vicky and Lisa from Full Circle Home. Full Circle Home is a 100% volunteer non-for-profit organization that connects deployed service members with their loved ones across the country and on bases around the world. Since 2007, Full Circle Home has helped over 17,000 troops send their holiday gifts and love notes to their heroes at home. The simple act of giving a gift with a handwritten note can bridge the gap between our troops and those who support them. The troops share with us how deserving their loved ones are, and these gift packages allow them to express their gratitude and recognize the sacrifices made by those at home and are a daily reminder of the love of their service member and the appreciation of sponsors across the country. Pookie, stop fucking tugging your beard. It's distracting as shit. This connection provides encouragement and support for both those at home and those overseas because the whole family is affected by a deployment. Also, please, don't forget, it's that time. I'm going to bring it up. Oh my god. Project Overwatch and their campaign, Paw Patrol. Bruh. Seriously. Situational awareness, cameras on dogs, issuing orders, communication, seeing where a perp went. All these great things. Go, donate, support, help. Make this a full-time thing for everybody. And remember, they are a non-profit organization, all volunteer. So every penny of your donation will go towards the cause. And don't forget, Rangers lead the way. Now, finally, War Horses for Veterans. This is where eventually I will convince my superiors to let me disappear off to for a weekend or ever. 3-day horse and networking experience. Get the opportunity to hang out, ride some horses, drink some beers, sit around a fire, eat some great food, and just relax in what would be the equivalent to a safe space for intolerant Berkeley liberal in a, military setting. So, ICE went there, Boss Band, Red Leg went there. Hell of a good time they had. Beautiful horses. Be sure to ask Mix about summer. And it's just a lot of fun. It's a way to get away from the grind of day to day and give it a chance to have some quality time to clear your head and share your no shit there it was stories. So, yeah, great. And it's all paid for, isn't it? Hell yeah, can't argue with that. Free. I like free. Well, yeah, I like free. I'm Jewish. So, that being said, I have time for final thoughts. Do you have any final thoughts, Pookie?
No, not really, man. I can't think of anything at the moment.
Okay. Well, remember, if the instructions are unclear, do not get your dick stuck in a toaster. And with that being said, I'm going to run around in OD green uniforms for the rest of the day, screaming Rhodesia at the top of my lungs while shooting off my FAL into the air. So if you don't hear from me on Tuesday, that means I'm in Rhodesia 2.0. Yay!
Yay.
Fuck it, I'll bring y'all with me. We're going to Rhodesia, bitches. All right. Other than that, shots, and I hope y'all have a great weekend. I'll see y'all tonight for Sergeant's time.
An object I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be immune.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.